Whoa! Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Vertigo Duel. Today we've got Lathans playing First UK, a division I've seen him on a lot. We have a bit of a difference in thought process when it comes to how to play this division. The way he likes to play it is he buys a load of bombers and then he does these massive bombing waves. The issue I take with that is that it takes too long to set those up, and then they reload for like 6 minutes. So it works. It's just you don't really have time to do it. That's my thought process anyway. But yeah, he does like a bit of First Armored. And I'm playing the new DivMob. My name is Name Changer 9001. I like to change my name before the game starts. I'm not smurfing, it is one account. It's just, and I don't reset it or anything. It's just because everybody watches my videos, they know it's me, and then they know what I'm going to do, because I always tell people what I'm going to do in the videos, so if they've seen them, they basically just call my whole strategy. But he should know it's me anyway, because he's on my friends list, so he would actually just see my name on the side, and when the game's starting, you see it go from in menu to in session at the same second you find a game. So I'm pretty sure he knew it was me. I don't know. I didn't actually ask him. Anyway, let's have a look at the map. So Vertigo is just hilariously one-sided. Red has such an easy time because Bravo is really, really difficult to lose, and Alpha is really easy to take. So I mean, that's all there is to it, really. Red can also get a guy in here and look down this road. Can get a guy in here and shoot down this road. Blue has a problem where all their reinforcements to Delta come down this road unless you specifically path them here. So yeah, if you tell somebody to come here, it will go down this road and across. So you have to path them here, remember they're here, and then send them in, which is quite annoying. So yeah, that's enough coping. So let's have a look at the deployments. So he's going for a very aggressive attack here with the Terrier Paras, Carl Gustav, and a sniper team. Sniper team's just going to here to give vision. And an SAS patrol for mid, and a Terrier Paras, Carl Gustav for mid. I'm surprised he's bringing these, to tell you the truth. I thought he wouldn't do that. I thought he would just bring SAS patrol. And then double scimitar, a Gazelle for recon. A Gazelle! And then 2 Helons. So very much interested in just taking Alpha at the start. An AVRE at no vet, which... Alright. And then 2 Chieftain Mark 9s, a 2 vet, a Chieftain Mark 11, and that's buffing up the Chieftain Mark 9s, and 2 tracked rapiers. So big blob going straight to Alpha, and nothing for the other side except a couple scimitars just in defensive locations. Here's an interesting spot to be in. I would figure that here would be better, but whatever. And then, yeah, this is a very popular one. Switching to my deployment, I am pretty confident that he's going to attack Alpha at the start because it just makes sense. And so I am actually sending a few units to Delta and Charlie. One of, these reservist paracommandos in this forward deployed vehicle. So that's unloading there. And it's got a Milan on it, so it's actually a pretty decent opening unit. It's quite nice, actually. So 90 kilometers an hour. These are the SS patrol go at 100 because they're in a rover, and so does the sniper. Whereas the Terrier Paras go at 90. So basically, I'm expecting him to get here first, which is why I've got the recon helo, and I've bought a bomber. I also have a mobile anti-air gun. This thing's not bad because it's got 3 guns on it. So it's like the ZU except slightly better. It's not like 50% better or whatever. It's just slightly better than the ZU-23 or the Zwillinger. Then I am trying to take mid as well, so I've got a scimitar, because I figured there'll just be SAS patrol coming down here. I didn't think there'd be Carl Gustavs. And so I can just kill the SAS patrol with the scimitars. He won't actually be able to shoot me. So a minstrel, SDRA, who have they're like SAS patrol basically, except SAS patrol are better because they've got MP5s and MP5s, whereas these guys, so that's 75, this is 70, doesn't have ground surveillance radar, and it's got MP40s, obviously aren't as good. The snipers are the same, the satchels are the same. Although, having said that, this is 10 men, so I guess mine's probably better at fighting. Obviously this has ground surveillance radar, so yeah, when they fight each other, you'd assume mine would win, but the advantage of this is that it has exceptional optics. And the guns on it are better, but they have fewer of them. So a minstrel, an SDRA, and a paracommando for mid. And then, because I basically the only way you can hold alpha is to hold this and then shoot them in the side. Otherwise, you just lose alpha, right? If you lose both of these, you cannot hold alpha. It's basically impossible. So yeah, Minstrel here, SDRA for over here because I want to get some good recon on this side, and 2 Paracommandos, 1 for here, and then I put the Unimog back in this tree line because it can actually shoot down. Because look, you see from here, you can see there, but here it says you can't. You actually can. It's just this is an approximation, and so very narrow angles don't get picked up properly, as you can see, right? But you just put it here, and you can see, oh yeah, you can definitely see through there. So here can shoot down there, like quite far actually. Well, okay, about to here, I suppose. And then the other one's going to here, so I've got an ATGM shooting that way. Behind that, we've got 1 CV, a Provincio, a Milan 1, a Mortar, which I'm going to tell to smoke all this up just to slow him down, basically. I've stopped using these now because the range on them is terrible. This is my main learning from this game, that this is very bad, because it's only got 3,500 meters range, so it's just really not very good. And then, yeah, this cheap ATGM Milan 1 thing for here to shoot across. I've also bought a bomber, which you'll see. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. 1 join at the lowest levels worth 2,000 views, so if you're feeling bad about your ad block, it's a great way to support the channel. This is my sole source of income, which is why I shill like my life depends on it. At tier 4, you can get your games cashed at a rate of 1 per calendar month and become famous for beating a top player. Or, get some good advice on how to improve, right? Obviously, you learn more from a defeat, but if you just want to show off, I have nothing against that. Anyway, so you see I switch off the main bombs here to just drop the cluster, so I kill that in its transport. I get the SS Patrol because I get the Gazelle because I've got forward deploy minstrels. Then I switch on the regular bombs here so I can get the Terrier Paras Carl Gustav. But then I keep, like, losing them. Like, I couldn't see him anymore or something. Then it decides it doesn't want to go that way. And then I switch it to this to try and kill these guys. But then they disappear. Like, I literally can't see these. So it ends up bombing the vehicle. So I try and change it. And then it just misses everything. It's still got 3 bombs left, though. And it's like, that could have gone a lot better. I could have got these 2 units. So that's a big shame. But, yeah, so I come back around with my next 3 bombs. I've got them dead to rights. And then it just decides it wants to drop them here. That wasn't me telling it to do that. It had him, and it just said, I'm going to drop in there. So something to do with the partial payloads just messing up the target in there. So it's a big shame, because I could have got 2 extra Terry Paras. Anyway, I eventually evac this, and I bring up the Provincio commander, by another Provincio commander for Delta. Here comes his big rush. But yeah, the snipers are snipering me. And I tried to get in here, because I figured, what the hell, I probably, scared him off, but he's actually still stood there. So this was really dumb of me, I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, he's blobbing around. His Hell Arm survived, because it has 6 HP, so the Minstrel did hit it, but didn't kill it. And you see I've sent this back to here. I'm not sure why it's all the way back there, but okay. So basically, he's doing the tried and tested technique of just buying 10 million Warrior Replique. Which is how you play First UK, I suppose. And I'm trying to smoke him up here. So the idea was, I get in here, he can't shoot me because I'm smoking and whatnot. But there's 2 squads here, so I just die anyway. So you see I'm already low cohesion there. And then these guys can't actually shoot there because the smoke is only here. And look, it's just not very good. Like, the smoke isn't very good because the dispersion's too big because the range is bad. So I try and run off, but I'm pretty sure he gets me here. Seem to remember losing that. In the meantime, he's pinged my CV, seen that with the sniper, because yes, he can just see my entire reinforcement road from his zone. I cannot do the same from my zone. I can get it all the way up to here, right, and then I can see it. Or I can take mid, and then I can see it. But I mean, obviously, he can take mid, he can take this. So it's a very one-sided map. I do buy this overpowered 203mm gun. It is overpowered for sure because it gets 2 vet for free and it only costs 120 points when a 155 towed gun costs 120 points, so it's just better in every way. It is very good, so yeah, always be sure to bring 2 of these at 2 vet. I assume they'll fix it. I can't see that staying like that personally, but you know, I'm on the bad side of Vertigo, so I have absolutely no. I don't feel bad at all. I should get myself a glass of water, so I'll just do a quick cut here while I get myself a glass of water. Right, sorry about that brief edit there. You didn't miss much. Basically, I know these are here because I could see them from this side, and from this side I could see them. So I'm just killing them because they just sat there. In the meantime, my enemy's incredible strategy of buying 5 warrior appliques is beginning to take hold, and he's gonna attack this now. This is very funny. Pay attention to this. That ends up being a bit of an issue later on, and I realized that, basically all he has to do is take mid and then take this and then he can take the zone, right? Or he can come over here and take this and then take the zone. Or he can take mid and then come take these. So I'm like, okay, I've got to reinforce these a little bit with some ATGMs just to make it a bit harder for him to do so. Very surprised he put this here. I'm not really sure why. Why it's there and not here and whatnot. Anyway, I see all these arm rifles coming towards me, and I don't get IFVs, so I'm like, this isn't fantastic. Try to use my scimitar, but I can't do anything. There's just too much here, so I don't really have too much going on. I can't really stop this. In the meantime, he's sending. So I do see this gazelle because I have a minstrel here and a recon here, so I think I do end up seeing this. And I just can't kill these guys at all. So, yeah, it's not ideal. And he's realised, I could just come and attack over here now, which is why I put the ATGMs in here. So, it's just firing these down the main road, I guess. I'm trying to move back, but I guess I moved this guy forwards because I figured I can just satchel him to death. But I didn't realise, well, obviously there's a bunch of guys here, so they're just going to shoot me. Trying to keep this scimitar alive and still strafe these guys while not getting hit by the IFVs using these LOSs. But yeah, I realised, well, this is just hopeless. There's nothing I can do about this at all whatsoever. So I just start running, but we lose the scimitar because I didn't run fast enough. I should have ran away a bit sooner. I just didn't want to give up the position. Another thing I could have done is smoked like here, but you see that like this just doesn't have the range to do anything. I couldn't do that from here. So regular mortar can basically smoke all the way up to here. And you'll see that later when he starts bringing in his regular mortars. Anyway, his wraparound works. He's going for the arty, right? Because he knows it's good. It's basically the only way I can hold him back. Well, I suppose I can spam ATGMs and Provincio, but this is the main way. So for some reason he targets the transport first. I think that's probably just the auto-targeting. I'm buying some JPKs for the front line, and I realised, well, I've not got any points. So he came in at the right time here. Basically, you don't want to reveal yourself just before a minute passes, because then you won't be able to do anything. So this just came off cooldown, so I tried shooting with that. I get the important one, but I lost my arty. I was not fast enough. So yeah, I think this just came off cooldown there. Then this is kind of weird now. So I right-click these. And then, meanwhile, he's still attacking me here, right? Sorry, there's a big fight happening there. I want to see this. So for some reason, this drops its bombs on it. I'm not really sure why it did that because he's not even trying to land. So I guess I should have turned the bombs off. I just didn't expect it to do that. But they've run out of ammo, and the minute has finally passed. So I get the F-16, and you see that he's attacked at the same time. And it wouldn't have been nice if I had the bombs. So I still have the 2 clusters, and I see the CV. I spy the CV. I figure rapiers can't intercept me. They've not got the range. So I drop it. Rapiers 2-tap me, but I get the tank. So that was a very important kill. It would have been a bit better if you know, if I'd had the other bombs as well, but I mean, it still died, so I guess it doesn't matter. These now have more range, and you see I fire 2 Eyehawks at him there and a Minstrel, and he survives. Now, the reason I bought the Eyehawks is because I am pretty sure he's going to do a massive bomber wave with a bunch of tornado bombers, as I spoke about in the deployment, because that's what he always does whenever he plays this division. He thinks it's a very cool idea. My thought process is that it costs too much and it takes too long to happen, so you can only do it a few times over the course of a game. In the meantime, I sent out 2 recon healers to make sure that doesn't happen again, but the damage is done. I lost my super cool thing. But I do spot this hell arm here now, which was hiding for basically a second attack when I bring out the second arty, so it's probably a good job I did this. And I bring this over to go take that out, 'cause it's not doing anything else. I want to kill these guys, but I can't see them. And I know that by the time I see him, he'll shoot me with his laws, and then I'll lose the unit. So all this is just kind of held up, not doing anything. Do take out the hell arm there. He started buying the tornado bombers, if you can believe it. You see I moved these after they shot? It's very important that you do that. You notice he pinged them as soon as they fired? It's because he wants to kill them, right? So he could do the cool bomber wave. So the hell arm goes down. In the meantime, I'm firing my Milan 1s at him, but he's got 4 armor, so they don't do anything. The sniper has very good optics, so he actually starts seeing all this stuff. And we're doing a bit of missing there with Milan 2s. Oh, okay, that was going on that target, apparently. And then I should have reversed these. I figured I had more time, but I don't think I could actually see the sniper. I saw the scimitar. I was like, well, that's good optics, I don't care. I think at this point I see the sniper, but yeah, the sniper revealed. This, I didn't really mean to send it there, and you see it gets one-shot by a tracked rapier. I do think these are a bit expensive for what they are. It's like 100 points. It's quite a lot for the range. No, it can't fire on the move. That's a bug in the stat card, which they haven't fixed, but the stat card reflects cohesion now, so you actually get some accurate information, right? So this obviously has a very low accuracy, because it's lowest cohesion and reservist and whatnot, reflects reservist behaviour. Sadly, it doesn't reflect special forces behaviour yet, but I think that's a really good change, right? Something nice for the players that isn't just more divisions, more divisions, more divisions. Anyway, I buy the second 203, and I'm like, well, this is where the rapier shot me from, and I get it, because this is a very big boom. And I get the rapier there. So yeah, it's important you move your AA after it shoots, but I guess he figured he's got no arty because I killed it, but you get 2. Or at least you can get 2. They are 1 per card at 2 vet, which is a bit silly. Anyway, the big blob is attacking me, and I lost this position, so I can't shoot him from here. So it would have been nice to, like, if those Milans hadn't died, I guess. But yeah, he's doing this very strangely. Basically, he should have finished killing all this first, and then he could set up here. But I suppose he probably figured that there's nothing in here which is actually doing anything to him. So I suppose it's been dealt with. And I've just got a bunch of like secondary and tertiary lines of ATGMs because I figure, well, once he takes this, he's going to come for this, no doubt about it. In the meantime, I finally got some infantry up to here so I can see these guys. I should have bought a recon helo, I guess. I don't know if I have any left or whatever. These are obviously a big problem for me because they outrange my fighters by a lot. Like, basically, I think it's more than double. They have more than double the range of my fighters. So I've got a bunch of, like, so these have mediocre stealth, which makes them very good on the defense, which is why I bought this and not the M40, whatever. So you see I'm hitting it. I'm only doing 1 damage, but I'm hitting it. And he can't see me. So I think I'm doing 2 damage. Wow, incredible. And you see I've got, like, second, so this isn't there. It's here, right? And, yeah, so he just, I don't know, I guess he just wasn't looking. In the meantime, he's bombing where he thinks my Eyehawks are. And I'm bombing myself apparently. What's the meaning of this? I think there was a guy there or something. I don't know. I'm just hitting my own guys because I'm really smart. Rifles. I think they one-shot this. 20 AP. Yeah, it one-shots this. It's the same AP as a Conquers. It's just this is blue, whereas a Conquers comes up in like yellow or green or something, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, you see that I'm using the LOS here, right? So if this was here, the SAS patrol would see it and it would kill it. Whereas if I'm here, I'm further away, right? And but then I do move it up, and But you get the idea, right? You see I'm smoking this to make him think that there's a lot of infantry in there. I got my engine destroyed. I'm not sure it'd make a big difference. These do have 3 armor, but you see I do 1 damage to the Challenger. So this div really does kind of struggle against the heavy tanks. The idea is it gets so much cheap stuff that you can get a lot done before the enemy can buy any heavy tanks. And then you can rely on the enemy's poor micro to just kind of hit him with a bunch of ATGMs and whatnot. Like you saw that chieftain there die just because he wasn't looking. And he's a really good player, so... Anyway, that I just couldn't move, right? So he does eventually die. And he's moving his rifles up. He's trying to scan this, but now that I've killed these guys, I can finally start moving these. So I put some more guys in here because I figured he would take this and then sweep over here. It just seems obvious to me that that's what to do if your enemy has a bunch of crap here. And yeah, his recon situation's really good with the ground surveillance radars and the snipers and whatnot. Like, he can see both of these, and this, and all of this, right? Just with that one sniper can see this even though it's on... What? That's so weird. So yeah, that's your LOS tool for you. It doesn't make too much sense, but... You can't see me. 2 rifles lose to 12 Provincio, which you'd expect, really. And you see that I'm being ATGM through these gaps here. So this doesn't have smoke, so I smoke with this one and then reverse... I meant to reverse them both. In the meantime, I bought all these mortars so I could just annoy him. But the range is terrible. I actually took them out of my deck after this. I use the M108s now. The light howitzers, which are 100 points, but at least they can actually shoot smoke further. Right? These mortars are just really not practical to use. The range isn't good enough. It's like, what? None of the other mortars in the game have 3,500 meters range. The lowest mortar range apart from this one is like 4,200. So, like, what? It's a big difference. Anyway, his rifles are very low. You see, I've just bought a bunch of guys here, but he's got ground surveillance radar up to here now, so he can actually see all these as well and whatnot. So it's not ideal. And you see that these are... I can't one-shot this with that, but he can one-shot mine with his. And it's 20 points more. You get a lot more for your money here. You get smoke, an autocannon, right? It's faster. It's got better optics. For all that for 20 points more. The advantage of these is that you don't have to buy the infantry with it, so you can get them out faster, and they're 10 per card. Well, you only get 1 card, I think. I don't bring 1 card. Anyway, I'm trying to hit his guys, right? But you see that... So he smoked there, and he shouldn't have done, because he can actually survive a hit from one of these, whereas I can't survive a hit from this, so he shouldn't have bothered with that. Minstrel misses. It does a lot of that. So he's got this recon helo here, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't get this. This Minstrel, I mean, imagine if it had killed that Tornado before, but what can you do? And there you go, now he's out of ammo. So I'm trying to mortar him and move and mortar and move, but they're not very fast, and the range is terrible, so the dispersion is bad, and they're just not very good. He'll buy his mortars at some point, and then you'll be able to see it. So I'm trying to shoot him, and then once it shoots, I move it, because I figure, well, it's going to get artied or something, and what do you know? He's going for this. Because this has been revealed, I think, or it fired before, or so. Oh, yeah, the sniper probably sees it, maybe. I don't know. It says it's blue, so... Whatever, I think he had something else here. He clearly knows it's that, right? So, this has mediocre stealth, but there's a sniper in here, which I can't see, so... I was like, you know, whatever, and then he shoots me. I was like, oh, wow! So, start running. And you see the power of the 81mm mortar to do literally nothing. In the meantime, he's bought 3 Milan 2s now. I'm not sure why. But yeah, the way he's playing it is kind of weird. Like, he needs to get this CV in here. I guess he's doing it now. But he never cleared this out, so that's, I guess, why it took him so long. The Scimitar goes down. He pings a Milan 2. I think I forgot to move this. It doesn't look like I'm moving it. Anyway, I see these coming over, and I'm like, oh, you'll probably send some guys in here. So I got to send some guys in here. I'm very stretched out. You'll notice all his units are basically like this. I mean, I know he's got 1 or 2 over here, but my front line literally goes all the way across the map, whereas he's just blobbed up. And that's because his units are very mobile, so he can do that. Anyway, something very funny is about to happen. The Milan 2 goes down, that's not it. Anyway, he just sends this tornado over my units. I'm like, he's made a mistake. So I shoot him with 3 Eyehawks, and they all miss because I'm just terrible at the game, apparently. And then here come all the bombers! So that's why he sent it. He was probably expecting that to die. I mean, I was as well. And then I saw all the bombers, and I was like, oh shit. So I just start moving all these as fast as I can. This one just doesn't listen for some reason and keeps firing. So he drops all the bombs. Remember, he can see all these. Yeah, they drop in a big long line. I'm not sure why that was going there. This fires 6 missiles and maybe hits 1. And yeah, so we only lose 1 Eyehawk, that could have gone a lot worse. So that was 4 bombers and 2 fighters. All of those cost more than 1 minute to bring. I didn't kill any of them though, which I'm very upset that the Eyehawks didn't hit anything. And I've lost one of my Eyehawks now. I've only got 2. But hey, at least I've still got 2. Otherwise, I'd be totally screwed when that happens again in 6 minutes. I think I said 4 minutes when I was playing. I mean, I didn't record this, but I'm pretty sure I thought it was 4 minutes. But after thinking about it, I think it's 6. I forgot to check. So next time they show up, we'll see. In the meantime, he's chucking infantry in here. But infantry is one thing I can do well. So, yeah. I can definitely beat his infantry, and you see that I've got like multiple lines of Milans and stuff. I need some more supply back here, but you see I'm like sending these forwards and then sending them back. I see the sniper, hit him with the JPK, trying to hit him with the mortars as well. And you see he's just bursting down all my ATGMs here with his optical power, but you see how I have these so that the blob can't shoot them all at once. So this is very intelligent gameplay, right? Because the average Joe, and hopefully you'll learn from this, would have all of these right on the edge of the forest to give them the greatest LOS, but that works both ways. So if these were all on the edge of the forest, they'd all be dead. But instead what happens is blob comes in, and you see that this can shoot the front of the blob, but the back of the blob can't shoot it. Obviously, once the Milan 2 fires, you got to move it, because you know, well, he's going to shoot me now. And he never took this, which is really weird. He really should have focused on taking this before trying to attack over here, because I've got him in a nice, very cool semicircle here. So he's taking shots from over here when he's... Well, I mean, I suppose I can't reach him, but, you know, once he gets to here, if he's attacking here, then these would shoot him in the side, and they can also move forwards. And, you know, I've got guys here as well, so basically this whole blob should have been used to kill this. And then what you do is you kill all this, right, and then you come over here and you kill all this, put a couple of units here, and then you can go attack Delta and the enemy can't reinforce it. Because if you've got something here, well, he's not. You know, how's he getting in? He'd have to come all the way up here, which is just as unpractical. So that's why I'm so desperate to hold on to this tiny little forest, and that's why there's like 10 million people here, because this is the only thing keeping me in the game. What I should have realised is, well, I've got 4 mortars. I can literally smoke here, smoke here, smoke here, smoke here, and just sort of walk in with a CV. I've got a lot of infantry, but I didn't do that. That was very silly of me. I should have realised. But the range on these is very, very, very bad. Like, look at this. 5625, right? This is 60. 3 front armour. That's its only advantage. This carries more ammo. Only 1 front armour. Has smoke and shoots almost... Well, okay. It shoots more than 2,000 meters further than mine. Right? And it's got a self-protection gun, which is useful. The smoke is really useful as well. Mine is a little bit faster, I suppose. But yeah, this is so much better. Just the range. These are very, very bad. So I took them out of the deck and replaced them with the M108s at 1 vet, which gives them, like, 2 availability, which isn't great. But at least they can shoot. And I haven't played the Div since, so I don't actually know if it's better. Anyway, looks like he's... So when I saw these coming down here, which I'm pretty sure I did see somehow... I don't know. I'm not sure how I noticed that. Or maybe... Well, whatever. I'm pretty sure I knew about this. I figured, okay, my number's up, he's going to come attack over here. So there's lots of guys... look, I'm sending more over here. But actually, he was sending them here to come attack... Like, so look at all this. It's a shame this guy wasn't up to here. He could have got some nice kills there. But yeah, there's I saw all this infantry coming in. I was like, oh my god, what? That's a lot of guys. Trying to hit the CV. These tanks are slow, but you know, it looks like we missed the first... Oh no, we stunned him, but... You need 2, really, then you can get him. Like, we do some damage. It's better than nothing. Anyway, he's coming for this little bit now. You see, I've got a lot of guys fallen back preemptively, and I've got people in this forest, people in this forest, people in these houses. That was pretty wild to me that I could do that. But yeah, like this whole... You can see everybody in here with that sniper, so... They're all revealed, I think. I mean, according to this, anyway. They're not shooting me, though, so... I guess they're not. Anyway, he starts smoking me with his mortars that can smoke from all the way over there. Meanwhile, I've got the flipping Timu mortar that has 2,000 meters less range. So, yeah, I wish I had this one. But hey, what can you do? Then he sends out the tornadoes, and this time I'm like, yeah, I know what's going to happen now. It's been about 5 minutes. Here you go. It's 4 minutes. 4-minute reloads, not 6. Here come the clusters. But yeah, the Eyehawks have been switched off. I've only got 2 now. I should have bought more Minstrels, actually. I've only got the Eyehawks. And you see he's smoking this because he's finally realised, well, actually, I could just come attack over here. So I'm surprised it took him that long, but 15 minutes left. He attacks me with all these guys. Because I thought the attack would be coming here because he just dumped all these guys here. But they're like a sacrifice, basically, to make him able to attack here without me noticing. Anyway, the HE bombers come in. They're going for the front houses. Like, he doesn't actually know there's people in there. That's why this one isn't seeing anything. And he thinks all the Eyehawks are dead because of the last bombing run. And so we do some shooting. He gets like 3 or 4, 5, like 9 or 10 units there. I send out the fighter. The fighter accomplishes nothing. The Eyehawks accomplish nothing. The second fighter accomplishes nothing. He doesn't lose a single plane. Oh no, he lost 1 tornado there. I think a Minstrel got him at the end. So there you go. So it does work, right? It's just each one of these costs 275, and I think the HE's 265 or something. The fighter's 250. So it's like 7 minutes income, I think. It's just over 6 minutes income for all those planes. And the game is 40 minutes, so it takes him a long time to build up. Like, this is why it's taken him so long to do this, because he was buying all these planes. Anyway, it worked. He killed all my guys. The Eyehawks did survive, even though they didn't kill anything. And these guys are just chilling out. I guess he's just making sure there's no AA there, but... whatever. Anyway, so he's broken through. He's broken through. He took out all this, because it was all clumped up, and these bomb in a nice long line. So he got a nice long line there, because they were all down here, and they all died. He took out the front buildings here, but now I'm moving guys from here over to there. My conga line shows up, and then I quickly realise, well, wait a minute, I don't have smoke, I can't do anything to this, so I just back out. I wanted to smoke here, and I don't have the range. Chieftain Mark 9 gets side shot by the Milan 2s. You see, I'm still trying to work the sides. I've moved over some of these guys. This lot I just retreated after losing a few. This guy's out of range, but he's got the stealth, so which is why I want to leave him in here, because you'll know, his recon's lacking a bit. He's mortaring me just to help out, I guess. Like, it's doing a little bit of damage to these Milan 2s, I suppose. I'm still trying to get these in position so I can smoke this, so I can move up these M41s, but they're just really annoyed me there. I just don't understand why this range is so bad. It's like only the Belgians that have this problem. Anyway, these M41s are pretty good against infantry because the rate of fire is kind of daft. Because it's done off the caliber. This has a very low caliber, so it doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it's got a very high rate of fire. The issue is obviously this one-shots it, so down it goes. I'm trying to shoot the mortars, and I get one. So I figure, well, if he's going to smoke everything, then my ATGMs don't do anything, so I need to kill the mortars. The Milan 2s that were over here have finally come over, but they're just getting burst down by the... bursted, I don't think is a word, by the blob. But now the blob has to resupply again. So I'm aiming for the supply trucks, but they've already been drained, so I guess that was a waste of time. The mortars are firing, right? Can't remember if I go on the mortars. I might target switch to the mortars again, because I figure, like, if he can smoke me, then I can't use my ATGMs. So these are, like, the priority target. If I can kill these, then he can't do that anymore. Because the reason he got in was because... well, the reason he got in was because of that big bombing wave, but smoking all this meant that, some of my guys here couldn't shoot, I guess. Well, whatever. Anyway, I lose the Milan 2 here, and I'm like, oh crap, he's finally going to come over to this zone. We've been preparing, but I made some boo-boos, such as all my guys are just on one spot, which is not very smart. In the meantime, my blob of trash can try and kill these infantry, and I'm still going on those mortars. You see, I think no. Okay, it looks like I did go here. No, I hit the mortar. It's routed. So you see, we are sort of hurting them. But yeah, I saw the blob rotate over here, and I'm like, okay, it's plane time because I have planes, right? And the blob has been stretched out a bit. I wasn't seeing much AA, but even if there was, there's not much I can do. Some of his bombers are coming back up before other ones because this is actually only 3 minutes, which is less. But look, this is my stupidity here. I have 6 units on top of each other, so you know your defense goes a bit worse if so he loses that. But I mean, these are all wounded now, and I lost the military police vehicle. I've still got a second one, but it's not covering all these, so and they're reservists, so you kind of need those. In the meantime, I'm just sort of forcing my way through here. Got some Milan 1s doing some flanking fire, but the fact that he sent 2 units down here meant that, you know, I didn't have that Milan 2 anymore. Massive blob here. I don't see any AA because he left the track rapier behind, so there is no AA. So you'd assume he'd cover it with fighters or whatever. So I focused down the CVs, right? There's one CV. This one loses its targeting because it was on that warrior CV which died. So we hit the challenger but we don't kill it. We hit the chieftain and we do kill it. And you saw that this actually dropped all its bombs on that challenger and it didn't kill it. So I should have gone on the... but yeah, this, because I took too long, he brought the tornadoes out. So I lose that. Now, this challenger not being dead ends up being a very, very, very big problem. Because yeah, he's just got too much stuff here. I can't do anything about it. But I figure, what the hell, I can do my counter-attack while his blob's over here. So I start smoking with my mortars that don't have much range. Also, I'm pretty sure, because like the default mortar salvo length is 2. But these seem to only have a salvo length of 1. Which means that you got to press that smoke button a lot, otherwise they just smoke a little bit and then stop. Which is not great. Anyway, he's got his own sort of multiple defensive lines here. I suppose just the helos and whatnot. So I start running the Provincio in, but he's got scimitars and whatnot. And you see this guy's here. Imagine if these hadn't all been hit by that bomber, because they weren't all grouped up. Imagine if, why were these here? I could have used an extra one in here, maybe, or something like that. So I'm trying to kill this, but I can't. And I was like, I'll use the Arty. Arty's out of ammo. I don't have a supply truck for it, because I can't afford it, because I just bought all this to go over here. So this Arty being out of ammo ends up being a big problem, because... so there you go, he does another cluster run and gets my backline there. The fighters just can't do anything. He literally doubles my range, minus 25 meters. So I'm smoking, right? Got to do a lot of smoking, and I see this and I want to kill it, but this doesn't have ammo, and I bought a bunch of Provincio. So, and there's no ammo trucks with any ammo here. So this was really dumb of me because he just left this here for ages. I could have killed it. It had 2 HP. So big oof. He is on a +2 now. I'm smoking some more. And yeah, he's just sending some rifles in. Oh, these are actually coming over here now. They were path for over here, but I guess he realised, right? So he's buying the Gazelle rockets. Warriors show up. Can't really do anything about it. So we're hitting them. Oh, okay, we're missing them. But even like this wouldn't one-shot that. So Challenger was still visible. He's coming over here now. This doesn't have AT. These all start shooting at, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I should have realised that a bit sooner. Like, imagine if this had had ammo, I could have smoked this, and it would have lived longer. In the meantime, I smoked this big long conga line. There's a Chieftain Mark 9 here, but it's not in the right place, I guess. Oh, the smoke is covering it, so I've got this. Then this tornado cluster bombs in a really long line, so this is, like, pretty perfect bombing placement from him. Drop bombs in a big long line, everybody's on the road. So I'm like, okay, well, all I can do is unload them, and then, cluster doesn't kill infantry. Once again, this thing fires 6 missiles. Oh, wow, I didn't know it killed that. Anyway, I've got a CV in here now, but the Challenger can't really kill it with 10 AP super bazookas, and this doesn't have AT, so... Scimitar messing me up there. We've got more Provincio coming. I figure, what the hell, fire enough 10 AP at him, and we should get him. But yeah, he's in here now. And this guy, like, I could have smoked, I would have lived longer, I could have fired smoke from my 203, I finally got the supply, well, it's too late, right? I could have got him ages ago, so... This is big sad because this guy could just be sitting in a cloud of his own farts right now instead of taking damage, but instead he gets shot by an AVRE and goes about as well as you might expect. So yeah, that's a shame. Could have kept that alive longer. Anyway, this stays here for ages. So I used the FA cluster thingy came back up, so I used that to kill the Challenger. Many Provincio didn't make it because they were on top of the Challenger, but that's all I needed him to do. And yeah, he gets me there. And he's got some Tornado HEs coming in now, but he's going on the AA, I suppose, because that was killing the Gazelle rockets. That's weird. Oh, okay, it did drop his bombs. And then, yeah, this guy's just kind of chilling out. This has finally got some ammo, but it's still reloading its ammo, because it's just got it. And yeah, I could have killed this when it was here. If that bomber, because it lost its targeting because the warrior died, but if I'd been paying more attention, I could have also put it on the Challenger. I just assumed the Challenger would die, but I should have confirmed the kill. And by the time I realised, I tried to send it round, well, it was too late. Anyway, he's not moving, and we can see him because of this minstrel. Probably assumes everybody here is dead, which is why he's not moving. He is on a +2 because he owns these two zones and I only own this one. So the plan is to try and go further. But yeah, the Provincio and the smoke... I mean, the Provincio AT is very bad, and they do lose these fights, but I've got lots of Provincio, and he is 1,000 points behind here. So anyway, we kill this. So he's still got a Warrior ICV, apparently. And I could have been smoking more, it's just that 2 salvo thing's kind of messing me up. And so I just buy some Panic CVs, but you see he's put blocking units here, so I noticed this one because it kills me. He's trying to path these all the way over. But yeah, I've got plenty of trash to chuck at him. This div has very deep pockets. Somebody said at the start, I won't say who it was, that, oh, this div runs out of stuff really easily. We play in the same division, mate. This division does not run out of stuff really easily. Having said that, you know, it's 4 minutes left and he's still bringing the units. Quite a lot of AVREs in there, though. Yeah, the M47s obviously aren't going to stand up to that. Trying to kill these 2 challenges here because they're blobbed up. We do get those, so that's a really nice kill. He's going to kill some M47s, but it's like, who cares? The Ihawk's still doing Ihawk things. As little as humanly possible, apparently. And he doesn't actually get it, because I split them and it bombs in a line. So that's how you do it. He does get the Milan 1, though. And then he surrenders, because he realises that he can't get the points in time. So he was on a +2 there. But with 4 minutes left, he couldn't. There's no way he could get, you know, 600 points, 700 points, whatever it is, right? Because I'll show you the calculation, right? So 4 times 60, right, divided by 1.5 is 160. So times by 2, he would have only got 320 points, right? And then if he was on that +4, he would have got 640, and I still would have won. So yeah, basically, you know, my thesis. So he's ranked 52. You know, he's got 90% win rate. I'm ranked 9 at the moment with about 90% win rate. It's actually less, but it's just I've played more games than him, so I've got more elo. This season, right? 2,600, 3,400. So he's played more than me total. But yeah, it's just what I said, where that cool bombing wave. Yes, it's very cool, right? But it takes you too long to do it, and so he just ran out of time. So yeah, I mean, if he'd smoked earlier, if he'd used smoke a lot earlier in the game, he would have won. But he took too long to get back in that zone and whatnot. But yeah, you look at these bombing runs; they got big kills there, big numbies on those bombing runs, right? It's just they take ages to do that. So I hope you learned something. I thought it was a really good game, and I'll see you in the next one. GG.